Hi and welcome back. I have a very small book haul for you today, and these are all books that I got for my birthday. These books are all very much me, and if you want a review on any of them when I decide to read them, please let me know. The first book that I got is so on theme, it's so funny, and it's The Phantom of the Opera. And if you watched any of my film videos, you saw me watch the movie version of The Phantom of the Opera 2 times in the span of 2 weeks, and very much so you can say that this is my current hyperfixation, one of the many, and I'm very glad I have this book, and I will hopefully read this soon if I find the motivation. I haven't read a book in a while. I'm very excited to see the written version of this, and I'm hoping to see the live musical, maybe to see if I have the money, which I don't, but a girl can dream. I'm very excited to read this, and I love this copy so much. It's literally a piece of art. The next books I got for my birthday is this collection of Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery, obviously. And first of all, let's have a moment for how gorgeous they are. I have read the first one. Please don't fall. I have this copy. Of the first book, and I loved it a lot, and I love the Netflix TV show. My best friend just recently watched it as well. Now she's obsessed, just like me. She got this for me, and I'm very excited to read them because I've been waiting. And also, I think like spring is coming. I think this would be the perfect time to read these, like the transition period of spring. And on the topic of spring, if anyone wants to see spring book recommendations, I have a list. But let me show you these gorgeous books. They're just so cute and vintagey. Gorgeous. I'm not gonna show you all of them because that seems exhausting, and I'm nothing but lazy. These are very high on my priority list because I think the timing would just be brilliant if I read them now during the coming of spring. The next books I got them all for my grandma. I'm very excited to tell you about them because they're all translated from Romanian, which is where my family's from. And sadly, I do not speak a single word of Romanian. However, I'm very interested to reading literature from there, like I am with every country of the world. I love reading translated fiction. I've just recently transformed this shelf, I don't know if it's on camera, into my translated literary fiction shelf. Now this one I'm kind of afraid of because it's so ginormous. Actually, what the fuck? But it's Solenoid. It's chunky, but it's floppy. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this book. Generally, I thought it was very difficult to find Romanian authors, especially because I wanted to find female authors, but I ended up with male authors only. I think there's a very big lag on BookTube and BookTok with people talking about generally a lot of books from different countries other than like USA and Britain. And so I really struggled finding book recommendations, and these are like, I think, two of the very well-known authors in Romania. If you happen to know any, please let me know. And this is Solenoid. Solenoid begins with the mundane details of a diarist's life and quickly spirals into a philosophical account of life, history, philosophy, and mathematics. The novel is grounded in the reality of Romania in the late 1970s and early 1980s, including frightening healthcare, the absurdities of the education system, and the misery of family life. Solenoid's investigations of other universes, dimensions, and timelines attempt to reconcile the realms of life and art. The text includes sequences in a tuberculosis preventorium, encounters with an anti-death protest movement, a society of dream investigators, and an extended visit to the minuscule world of dust mites living in a microscope slide. One character asks another, when you rush into the burning building, will you save the newborn or the artwork? Combining fiction with autobiography and history, Nikola Tesla and Charles Hinton, for example, appear alongside the Voynich manuscript. Solenoid searches for escape routes through the alternate dimensions of life and art, as various monstrous realities erupt within the present. I've never read anything like this, but I'm very excited to give it a try and scared, because like I said, this is massive. What's the page count? But I think this could be very interesting, or it could be very boring. I will find out. It's 638. That's a lot. And it's translated by Sean Cotter, and I very much appreciate the fact that the translator's on the cover. The next book is from the same author, but I think it's an older one. I think Solenoid's from 2022, and this is an older one, the 90s. This is Nostalgia, and like I said, from the same author. And first of all, it's a Penguin classic, which it's a Penguin modern classic, which is always very promising because I've never been disappointed by a single one of those. And like I said, same author. I think out of these two, I'm gonna read this one first. It just seems like a safer choice to get into his writing. A dreamlike novel of memory and magic, Nostalgia turns the dark world of communist Bucharest into a place of strange enchantments. Here, a man plays increasingly death-defying games of Russian roulette. A child messiah works his magic in the tenements. A young man explores gender boundaries. A woman relives her youth, and an architect becomes obsessed with the sound of his new car horn, with unexpected consequences. Blending reality and symbolism, time and myth, this is a cold masterwork from Romania's most celebrated writer. This sounds a lot more like something that I'm interested in reading. No hate to Solenoid, but I think I saw 2 very small TikTokers talk about Solenoid, and it seemed very promising. But like I said, I think I'll read this one first. Also, it's just way shorter. This is like 250 pages, I think. But I'm very excited and intrigued by this. The premise just sounds very interesting. And now we've come to the last book. This is a very quick and easy haul, and I thought it would be just nice to share because I love watching book hauls. Now, for the next one, I have a little bit of a story. Because when I told my grandma that I wanted to read Romanian authors, she got very excited. And then I showed her these 3 books, and the book that I'm just about to show you is one which my grandma had to read back in the day in school in Romania, to no one's surprise, because this is like the Romanian author, and it's The Legend of the Evening Star and other selected poems by Mihai Eminescu, and I think I'm probably butchering his name. But what I like most about this collection, which won't help me at all because I just, like I said, do not know a single word of Romanian. However, it has on the left hand side the English version, on the right hand side the Romanian version, which I thought was very cool, and I cannot wait to read this, especially because I told myself that I would read more poetry this year, and this is poetry, obviously. And my grandma also told me that the Romanian version of The Legend of the Evening Star is Lushafarul, I think. I'll read you what the back says. It's not a synopsis though, because this is a very old poetry collection. Europe's last romantic poet. That's a statement to make. I'm just adding on to that. Mihai Eminescu is revered to this day as Romania's national poet and cultural icon. Global Arts Inc. is proud to commemorate the poet's 170th birth year anniversary by presenting acknowledged masterworks and some of his best-loved poems in this prize-winning volume of translations. And I thought it would be a fun idea if I read you one of the poems in here, just to get myself started into this collection. And I flipped to a random page, and I'll read you this one. And I'm not a good poetry reader, especially out loud, at all, so be gentle. This one's called Oh Come to Me, Why Don't You Come? And it's from 1887. See? Autumn swallows fly away, and walnuts shed their leaves astray. The white frost over vines has run. Oh come to me, why don't you come? Or lean once more against my arm, and let my eyes feast on your charm. My head seeks sweet and peaceful rest upon your breast, upon your breast. Remember when we walked the trails along the meadows, down the dales, how oft I reached your lips to gain, time and again, time and again. Many a woman's eyes can glow with light to break the dark below, but none can rise so high above as you, my love, as you, my love. For you alone will make serene my soul, my life from pain redeem. You glow among the stars apart, love of my heart, love of my heart. Late autumn now has brought its sway, the leaves are falling by the way. The barren fields are bleak and dun, oh come to me, why don't you come? I actually enjoyed it a lot. That's surprising. I just picked a random page. But yeah, this is The Legend of the Evening Star and selected poems, and maybe I'll just read another one right after finishing this video. I hope you enjoyed this little peek into what I got for my birthday. Very grateful for all the things that I got this year. Focusing on these books right now because this is obviously a book-related channel. But I'm very grateful for all of them and grateful for the time I got to spend with all of my loved ones. See you next time.